All of the attention is on the Bengals defense right now as Cincinnati prepares to face the New York Giants. But I'm not entirely convinced yet that the offense will be able to put up the same numbers as they have for the past few weeks. That's why in this video, I'll explain why this game will be a great litmus test to see just how legit this Bengals offense really is. Hi again, Bengals fans. John Sheeran of A2C Sports Cincinnati here, and I want to get the obvious out the way, right? The Bengals offense is about the only thing good with this football team right now. Joe Burrow is playing at what you would consider an MVP level if the Bengals weren't 1-4 on the season. Jamar Chase is off to a ferocious start. T. Higgins has played really well in the games that he's played. Eric Gall is developing. Andre Yoshivas is developing. Chase Brown's developing. And maybe most important of all, the offensive line is playing at a really good level. I think Amarius Mims has done really well in his first handful of starts. Orlando Brown Jr. is playing the best football he's ever played at left tackle, and the interior offensive line, they're playing all right as well. It's a really well-rounded unit that's done well in each test that they face. But I don't think they faced a test quite like the one they're about to on Sunday Night Football in New York. Because the thing about this Giants defense is, I think it's better than what you think it is. In the last 3 weeks, they are 6th in EPA per play allowed, EPA per dropback allowed, and EPA per rush allowed. Excluding the first 2 weeks of randomness in the NFL, they're pretty much a top 10 unit on defense right now. And all of that starts up front, and it starts right in the middle with nose tackle Dexter Lawrence. I'm not sure that there is a defensive lineman playing better football in the NFL than the 340-pound menace who plays for the Giants. And that is where my first concern with this Bengals offensive line is. If they are unable to block him one-on-one, which I don't think anyone should expect Cordell Volson, Ted Karras, or Alex Kappa to be able to do that for the entire game, if they are to have to put double teams on him and put extra attention on him, how will that open up other opportunities for the likes of Brian Burns, Elijah Chapman, and everyone else on the Giants defensive line that's causing pressure right now? Mind you, this is one of the 10 best teams in terms of generating quick pressure towards the quarterback. And somehow the leader of that pack is the 340-pound nose tackle who rushes through A-gaps. And when those guys break through the line, really bad things happen for the offense. This Giants defense is number 1 in forcing sacks, forced fumbles, interceptions, tackles for loss, and pass breakups per play, and what Warren Sharp calls the havoc rate. I understand that was a lot of information, but to sum it up, this Giants defensive line is able to generate really quick pressure, and when they do, really good things happen for that defense. They're able to capitalize on mistakes made by the offense, and particularly the quarterback. This is why this will be such a good test for this Bengals offensive line, because while they do deserve to be commended for how they performed in the first 5 weeks, I don't think that they faced a unit that is capable of generating this much sustainable disruption. And I know for a fact that they haven't played anyone quite like Dexter Lawrence yet. And it should go without saying that if the offense isn't able to produce a high-scoring output like they have for the past 3 weeks, there is no trust in this defense to keep it a low-scoring game in order for them to win. The lights will be shining very bright in East Rutherford, and a lot of the pressure is now going to be on this Bengals offense to make sure that they can put up the same amount of production against a defensive line that's going to be really, really hungry after them. And if they can, I guarantee you that Joe Burrow's MVP case will become a lot stronger than what it is right now.